as if Blake on his platform that he's at, he should be like showing love to niggas here. Like if I was in his position, I would show love to niggas in my city.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Felicia Yum, and we are back with another episode of San Antonio Scenes, live from TaraDect Entertainment. And to the right of me, I have my lovely co-host, Dom Liano. And we're super excited to be introducing our dope-ass San Antonio artist by the name of DScott.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
He brought his road dog, S. Miller, so we're going to introduce him too. Shout out to S. Miller. So I'm just super excited to have you here. You just put out an album on iTunes called Growing Pains.
DScott. Growing Pains. Yeah.
So that album was like legit for real. Like,
I
he's like,
appreciate
I know.
Not only the album, but you've been putting out music constantly. You've been putting out music videos constantly.
Yep.
The content is there, and congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity for sure. I appreciate you listening.
Yeah, man.
So what part of San Antonio are you from? What part are you representing?
I'm from the north side of San Antonio, actually.
And how did you get here?
So, all right. So that's a long story. So basically, I was a hooper. Ball was life in high school.
You're tall as wait. How can you let everybody know how tall you are? Because you
I
walked
am
in.
6'6".
Oh my God,
Tall.
nigga.
Yeah, I was a hooper or whatever. So it was about my junior year, and I was getting into a little bit of trouble with my moms and stuff. We weren't seeing eye to eye on a lot of stuff. So I basically got kicked out. I moved to my dad's house, and so I had never lived with my dad before.
Yeah.
So it was a weird situation, like.
Awkward
but anyway,
as hell.
yeah, hell yeah. So anyway, I just didn't really know anybody. I didn't have a phone at the time, so I just started writing. I always like English, and I wrote poetry. Like, I did a whole bunch of shit. So one day I just put out a song, and niggas, I put it on SoundCloud. I got like 300 listens, and I was feeling like I was a shit. I was like, oh, 300 people like my music, blah, blah. So then after that, few people, like, I did that like 2 more times. And then I met my homie Jawan down in Ohio, because that's where my dad lives. And he was like, you can really do this shit, bro. Like, so months later, we built a studio in his basement. That shit's still there. And me and his brother Jaden, we just start making music down there. And I started taking that shit serious. So I was like, damn, like, I'm actually good at this shit.
So hard in the basement.
So I did.
So how long ago would you say that was? Have you been pretty much rapping?
Seriously rapping? I'd say.
Because you sound professional.
Probably about 9-10 months, honestly.
What? Are you kidding me?
Nah, 9-10 months, honestly, yeah.
Growing Pain sounds like it is like it's beyond just underground. You know what I'm saying? Like, underground artists are limited to the equipment that they have, or they don't really have that quality music that mainstream artists do have. But Growing Pains is a really fucking good album. So like,
I appreciate that.
I'm
sure.
excited that you're here. But all right. So how would you identify your sound? Like, what audience are you trying to reach?
I say I'm trying to reach everybody. I just wanna show everyone that, like, basically, like, that they matter. Like, anybody can do anything. Like, that's why I'm so transparent and like what I talk about. Like, everything that I talk about, that shit is real. Like, that shit really happened. Even if it's not my story, like, I know somebody that went through that. Okay. So that's why I think, like, I go to a lot of different sounds on it, because, like, I want somebody to like listen to this and be like, all right, I don't like that song, but I like this song for sure. Like, I like this. So yeah.
I definitely heard a mixture of everything in there, and I appreciate that. I heard West Coast, East Coast. Yep. I heard a little bit of Fetty in there. Yeah. I was like, oh shit, is that Fetty?
Where do you see your the music of your style evolving?
Well, like, I got a lot of music that's unreleased, and like, based off what I've been doing lately, that's it's gonna blow this out of the water. Let's just say that.
You're excited.
Like,
okay, cool,
so.
Cool.
I feel like I can only get better because of how short a time I've been doing it. So I'm just trying to stay patient and like just keep getting better.
Of course.
Yeah.
Got you.
This is a big thing because the music industry is so heavily populated with similar sounds. You know what I'm saying? So like, how are you going to distinguish yourself from your peers?
I feel like I distinguish myself because I'm so transparent. Like, I'm only 19 years old. I just turned 19 last week.
God.
So I feel like
young.
there's a lot of people my age, like, they all talk about drugs, fucking bitches, same old shit. And I feel like I come with something genuine that people can relate to, and not just like, oh, this is a hard beat, but he's not really talking about shit on here. So
yeah. And I can definitely hear that. I don't feel like you focused on just one particular thing. I don't feel like you were encouraging drug use or drinking, and I feel like you were just being yourself, a 19-year-old young boy out here in these streets. Like I feel like a lot of people are gonna respect your music.
What artists inspire you? I know it's not Lil Pump.
I need 4.
Nah.
What are the top 4?
Ooh,
I'll give you
4.
that.
All right. So start off, Nas is my favorite rapper.
Nas.
Wow, we don't hear that anymore.
Yeah,
we don't hear that anymore.
Like, he's the person that made me like want to rap in the first place. I'm gonna say Nas. I'm gonna say J. Cole.
J. Cole's my favorite. One of my favorites.
I'm gonna say Drake. And let's see. I'm gonna say The Game. The Game.
Okay.
The Game is so underrated.
For real. He has some gems that nobody knows
guys,
about.
All 3 of those guys, like, they have some genuine. Well, you're right.
You can't forget Nas. He done set the platform.
He has his own level, though. He was way ahead of his time.
Yeah, he was.
So, you know, coming with all 4 of those, actually, they always rap about something real.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, even if they were about drugs and stuff like that, they've been through that shit. You know
Facts.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So, kudos.
How do you get your creative juices flowing? Like, what inspires you to write? That's always interesting to me.
I'm gonna be for real 100 right now. Females be getting to me, and whenever that shit happens, you gotta get to the opinion.
We got another Drake over here for real.
For sure. I'm a sensitive ass nigga. I'm gonna be straight up about that.
Get that text and be like,
let me go write this real quick. Let me go write this bar real quick. Is there anybody in particular?
I'm not gonna give her no clout, so we're gonna keep that. We gonna keep that under wraps. But
he ain't giving you
like,
no clout, mama. He ain't giving
Captain
you no
Save-a-hoe
clout.
is about a real person.
That's one of my
That's a
favorite
real
songs.
situation.
So that brings me to another question I had up here. Like, how is it being in a relationship trying to reach your goal in the music industry? I know that's pretty tricky. Or do you just like? How do you maneuver through that?
Being sad.
All right,
right.
So I wouldn't say I like being sad. I'm gonna say I don't try to look for a relationship, but if one were to present itself, I'd be open to it. But at the same time, a lot of females my age, they can't understand, like, I'd be up at 3, 4, 5 in the morning. So, like, I might have work at 3, so I sleep till 3, and she might be trying to text me. But, like, I don't know. It's just hard to find somebody now that understands someone that's chasing their dream like that hard.
You gotta find somebody that's doing.
I gotta find a woman that's like 25 doing her taxes or something for me to get in a relationship.
Yeah, he's funny as hell.
So you're basically looking for a sugar mama.
Pretty much.
Whatever comes, she gonna fund my career. Why not?
So you just dropped a new album, Growing Pains, on iTunes. You can cop that on iTunes now. Is it on SoundCloud?
No, it's not on SoundCloud.
iTunes. Go cop it on iTunes. So I want to know, what was your creative process in creating the album, putting the whole body of work together?
I'm gonna just say, basically what the title entails, like a lot of stuff I've been through in my life. Just like being confident enough to put that out, because I was skeptical for a little bit. Like, it was like 2 days before I was about to drop, and I was just like, damn, like, I was listening to it over and over. I was like, is this shit good enough? Like, that self-doubt crept in, but I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna just put it out and see it. And the reception it got, I was surprised, honestly, because it's not like I'm known in San Antonio, like, as like some rap nigga. But
not yet. Speak it into existence.
Not yet. I will be. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be here for a long time.
He's letting y'all know.
But yeah, and so like a lot of people liked it. Like,
it was really, and I saw on your Twitter, you got a lot of really good feedback from it. You got a lot of really good feedback. So I would say, like, listening to the album, because I listened it to the beginning to the end, and pretty much the lyrics were on point. Like, your lyrics are just amazing. Like, to actually sit and actually put thought. A lot of the music these days, I don't even understand what half the shit is, but I still bop my head to it. Like I said, and the beat selection, I was like, wow, the beat.
That is one compliment I get. It's like my beat selection.
Phenomenal,
So actually, a lot of people send me beats. A lot of people send me beats, but a lot of times I'll hit up like producers from YouTube and just buy their beats from them. Because that's one thing, producers are so underappreciated.
They are.
There's a lot of untalented people, but the beat makes their whole song. Like, I don't know what they're saying, but that beat is like...
That beat is hard as hell,
As a person with a lot of audio background, I can really appreciate, the sounds and the mixes. And so, do you have someone that mix and master your stuff?
So this is a lot of people don't know this because I don't just like put this out.
Yeah.
But besides 3 or 4 songs, I mix all that stuff myself.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Nice.
I'm trying to get into producing too because I want to learn how to make my own beats, but that's taking a little bit of time. Man.
One step at a time, right?
Just remember, you're gonna have to find a way to balance that out. And
For
stuff
sure.
Like that, so.
Yeah.
So
Do you
just keep
ever
that
like feel the pressure to hurry up and get on in a sense, like, or do you, at 19, I kind of feel like you still have you have time.
I'm gonna say early on when I first started, when I wasn't even that good, I have felt that pressure, but now I'm more of trusting like the process of it because I feel like people that blow up so fast, like they have to troll, and like I'm not trying to troll, like I'm trying to say
You want it to be genuine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like the people that are genuine are the people that last. Like people at the top right now, Kendrick, Cole, Drake, those people are genuine. They didn't blow up in like a day, a week, months. Like that's years and years and years.
I was listening to that, what was it, 0 to 100 or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he said 2008, and I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a minute ago, 10 years ago.
It felt
So-
like yesterday.
Because obviously Cole's a big influence in your life.
Yeah.
How did you feel about his last album?
And
be honest.
All right,
Please
I'm gonna
be honest with
I'm
us.
gonna be honest. I can't listen to that shit every day, but I appreciate what he did. Like that shit was still hard.
Yeah.
It's just like that shit gives me that shit makes me feel a certain way. I'm not trying to feel all the time.
Yeah.
But he still did his thing on it. Like there's still songs on there that hold like they're like I feel it. Like, I feel the pain, but like it just makes me feel
not
for
only
sure.
the album, but his whole tour was based on that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was great. It really
He actually
it into
put conscious
perspective.
thought into the whole picture.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of people, I feel like with our generation now, like we look at little parts of it, trash. We automatically throw it out of here. And I'm like, people spend millions, so much time to create a visual. And when people, I'm sure he's really sad about that.
I hate seeing J. Cole slander on Twitter.
I do too.
That shit pisses me off.
Low-key, I do too.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. We went to we went to a show and we did like a whole bunch of questions about random people.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the questions that we asked was Lil Pump or J. Cole.
Hell, don't even tell me what these no.
J. Cole or Lil Pump? Lil Pump. Lil Pump who? Lil Pump.
Lil Pump.
Why? Lil Pump or J. Cole?
Damn, I gotta go with Lil Pump.
I'm just saying, I was very disappointed.
No, I think they said J. Cole. I don't think they said Pump.
There was like one person that said J. Cole.
Wow.
Everybody else is.
But listen, you're as good as your last,
I'll
just
tell
like
you
in
what,
anything.
I'll tell you what. You know why? Because he's relevant right now. That's what it
Facts.
is. He's Lil Pump, Gucci Gang.
Yes.
You know, that's stuck in my head still.
I was on Twitter today and I saw that somebody had to make a tribute for Lil Wayne because I guess people were bashing Lil Wayne too.
Yeah, people.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, Lil Wayne
Man,
has
fuck y'all, he's a
created
god.
the
Exactly,
platform.
exactly.
Like, how in the hell can you say anything bad about Lil Wayne?
Yeah, I don't understand
Besides
that.
his financial issues, but still, but
Exactly.
damn. You're so reckless.
Oh, by the way, I saw them hating on you last time you put on Trippie Redd. I fuck with that song.
Yeah, dude.
And Trippie Redd does have one song I like, but I don't know the name of it. But you need to put some chapstick on before I can listen to anything else.
All right, so shit, we gonna go into I fucks with it. This is where we get to pick our songs from our playlist and show them to y'all.
All right, what you got?
All right, I got
DScott.
Obsession by Eliot Trent.
Girl, I'm obsessed with your existence. All that you are is everything I'm missing. How can I find my way?
Sex songs. Does people still have a sex song playlist?
Hey, low key, I did.
I do. I do.
I got called
said,
out
"I
one
don't."
time, bro. It was horrible. I got called out on that shit because I was like going through my playlist and stuff, and then there was the emojis that I use. It was like a kissy face and like a rose.
Shit.
She
They
was
said,
like, "Did you really pull up with
yes,
a
you gotta
sex
have the
playlist?"
playlist for the sex. Damn, it's not.
Y'all want to hear music while y'all having sex?
Yeah,
Yeah, bro. Hey.
But okay,
Sometimes-
I'm gonna say this. When you're younger, you're not thinking about nothing else but trying to get in. when you get older, you want to set the mood.
Oh, I feel you. You need the rose petals and shit. I feel
need
you.
them candles.
I'm trying to take notes.
I need all that.
Because I'm about to be talking to these 25-year-olds. I hope you know I'm for real. I need to take notes.
Well, let me prepare you now. You better have that sex playlist.
All right, bet.
I know you're talking about.
He
man.
said that.
I've been having that playlist since high school.
All right, his fast ass. All right, so I definitely fucks with it. What was the name of the artist?
That was smooth.
Eliot Trent.
Okay, so I'm definitely gonna go look him up.
That was smooth.
My artist we're actually interviewing today, DScott. So I really fucked with Captain Save-a-hoe. Captain Save-a-hoe was amazing.
Shit.
I heard that song. I was like, yeah, fuck
Hey,
yeah.
he's got a music video.
Not
Doesn't,
yet.
but it
What are you
will.
doing?
It will.
Not yet.
Captain Save-a-hoe, put my cape on. Tryna show her something she don't know to escape on. Calling me at any time of night to undrape, dog. This gon' be one hell of a night when it's all done. Yeah, I'm tryna save her like I'm Lonzo to the Lakers. The ball isn't in my court, but she really good at persuading. I know I'm wasting my time, but when we talk, I'm elated. She say she
Yeah, I fucks with it.
I fucks with this shit hard.
It's got like an R&B / like I'm angry.
All right, so can you give me a little bit? We all agree we fucks with it. Yeah. I want to know a little bit of the history behind that, picking that beat.
All right, so
Because that beat is hard.
Yeah.
So this is what happened. This female, she like.
It's always a bitch.
All right, so she like one of them girls that like you go on Twitter, she has like 20,000 likes on pictures. She be like that
so
type
you
of
finna
female.
get left on
so
red.
listen. No, she like I shot my shot and we're
Yeah,
cool,
she was
right?
vibing.
So so she had this nigga she was fucking with before me, and so
He's
like
dead
basically.
weak.
I love this.
Basically, she like, we were cool, and then she was like, basically, I'm going back to this other nigga, even though you're the shit. So that's the shit that happened.
Okay.
When I talk about in the song, like, this nigga smack you taste and stuff, like, this nigga really like beat her for real and shit.
Wow.
So then that happened. I was just like, I was caught in between being like feeling my own feelings and like, damn, like I wish she wouldn't put herself back in this situation type shit.
Yeah. Get these motherfuckers out my ear.
Ice tray on nigga flooded. Ice. Yeah. If a nigga hatin', call him Joe Budden. Pussy. Cool outside and it's press button. Got that nigga mad.
I fucks with that song.
Ice Trader Gang. Ice Trader Gang.
So, would you rather be signed to a label or remain independent? And what are your takes on it?
All right. Niggas always come up here like, fuck a deal, fuck no. I would sign right now. I'm gonna just let you know.
Be honest,
okay,
right?
so like,
He's so
you know
real.
how like Big Crit, he signed to Def Jam.
I saw that whole story.
He did that shit and he went independent. He's doing fine. I do some shit like that. If I wasn't fucking with the label thing, I'm gonna get my push, get my clout off that, and then do shit by myself.
Yep.
But the label push helps you so much. Like you can't at 19 with my position, I don't have the money to do that shit myself. So I would straight
You
up
just gotta
sign.
be smart about how you do it.
Exactly.
So, what are your thoughts on the San Antonio scene? Like, as far as how are we lacking? What's making the San Antonio scene lack? Because obviously we have all these fucking artists out here, but nobody is popped, like really popped. And where are we doing good in the city?
All right, you can speak on this too, but I talk about this a lot with people. So like, the biggest nigga out of here so far is Blake. I feel as if Blake, on his platform that he's at, he should be like showing love to niggas here. Like if I was in his position, I would show love to niggas in my city and try to help some other people out. There's a lot of talented people here,
but nobody's.
But
looking
everyone's
out for each
selfish because like,
yep.
and I don't understand because music is so saturated. Like there's a lane for everybody. Like we can all eat. All of us can eat for real. And so like that's just one thing. And like niggas aren't willing to pay for shit either. Like if somebody sees Mateo and they want a feature and he's like, all right, I have 400 for a feature, they're gonna be like, who are you? You're Mateo. Like you're still here just like us. But no, that nigga deserves his. He built up his shit.
There's
Whether you think he's good or not, he's still, people fuck with him
There's
heavy.
levels. So what exactly would you do, DScott, to change the, I guess, the energy here as far as working with other local artists?
I just think that one thing I try to do is I try to show love. Like anybody that see on my timeline, I at least give them a listen. Anybody that sends me a link, I give them a listen.
That's
give
awesome.
Give them some advice, because I know how that feels. Like you send somebody a link and they don't even open your shit.
Yeah.
Like, so I just try to reciprocate how I want someone to treat me. That's how I feel. Like honestly, it's that simple to me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So anything in the future? You gonna start doing shows? You gonna?
I'm gonna definitely try to do more shows. You were actually at my first performance.
Yeah.
Like it was super dope. That feeling is just like
Women
I felt like I was
Crush
supposed to
Wednesday?
be there.
No, it was
for
before
sure.
that.
Oh, okay.
It was the show of the week.
The Waves Movement show. Like
Oh,
that,
okay.
Yeah.
I just like I knew I was like, damn, this is where I'm supposed to be.
That was
So,
good,
yeah.
man. That was a good start. Yeah.
Who were
definitely.
some of the artists you were inspired to work with? It could be mainstream or local, but let me give you a number. Name maybe 2 local artists and 3 mainstream artists.
All right, 2 local artists are. I do want to get a song with Mateo and then King Kali. Yeah, we actually we went to the same high school, and Cosette, she went to our high school too. So all 3 of us went to
That's
one
crazy.
high school. Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, what?
So, yeah.
Oh, so that's how you know Rana, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, so you said Mateo and King Kali would be the first local artists, 2
Yeah.
local artists. What about mainstream?
Mainstream, Big Sean.
He getting smashed right now. He's low key. He's getting smacked on Twitter.
He really is.
I'm like, yo.
that album was not good. I'm gonna just be honest.
What,
It
are we
wasn't.
talking about the joint album that he had with Metro Boomin?
Yeah.
That sounded like something he was just trying to put
It's
together
just
to
cookie
get out
cutter.
there.
Like that's not real Big Sean.
That is not.
Cole, of course.
Of
and
course,
then
J. Cole.
I say Russ. I want to make a song with Russ.
I was hoping Kendrick. Russ is getting it too, though. Russ is getting that. He's getting that whack.
Listen. People be hating on Russ, but that man is. I don't care what anybody says. Y'all can slander me on Twitter or whatever. Russ is hard. Like I studied that man's movements because like it took him 10 years to get on. I respect anybody that takes that amount of time to do that, and he does everything on his own.
Yeah, I think I was rubbed the wrong way when he did the show Everyday Struggle. I think I was kind of taken back because I'm dude, how you come up here demanding just you gotta wait in line like everybody else.
Yeah, he needed to chill. He really needed to chill on the DScott because
The thing is,
that's my
yeah,
girl.
the
but-
DScott,
I
but
saw
I'm
him
just-
on I saw him on that, and then I saw him on some interview, and he was just an asshole on the interview. Like he was talking straight. You know,
I
he was
think
talking,
he's mad at the industry. I
do
really
too.
do think he's
Yeah.
just
Definitely,
upset.
he'll say he's not bitter, but he definitely comes off as bitter. I don't care what he says.
You're damn right.
And then
about
Joe
that.
Budden had the nerve to get mad at him. Like, Joe Budden, nigga, you the most bitter nigga
Exactly.
in the
You
industry.
ain't happy.
But we
you
love-
ain't happy.
Yo,
pussy.
y'all are
Oh my god! I
dumb.
swear.
All right, so what is your ultimate goal for? Let me say this. What is your ultimate goal for 2018, and what is your goal as far as long term?
All right, for 2018, I'm going to have at least one more project, maybe 2. But I'm gonna just try to stay as consistent as I can with the music, do more shows, more visuals, of course, and just try to get my name out here, as well as help other people get their names out there.
Awesome,
So, yeah.
awesome.
So, along with the projects, you say you're gonna keep dropping music. Wait.
Yeah.
Keep
of course.
dropping music. Hey, you gotta keep content.
I was doing that every week thing for a minute, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna let this breathe for a minute and then get back
Okay.
onto that.
Yeah.
Man, don't overwhelm yourself.
Oh yeah, for
You know.
sure. You can find me on Twitter at IamDScottX. Same thing on Instagram. And I want to shout out King Kali actually because when there's
gave me a free
a story. So he had gone to college. I was still because when he was a senior, I was a freshman. So like we met because he lived in my neighborhood or whatever. So he had sent me a voice memo one day. He was like, "Listen to this." He was just rapping over his phone to his J. Cole beat. I was like, oh, that's hard, bro. You should keep doing this. He was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing this. So shout out to him for like sending me that. And then he really helped me like start off and rap. Like he would always send him stuff, and he would always be real, like cause niggas will be like, oh, your shit's dope, but then they'll talk shit behind your back.
Yeah,
and he'd be
of
like,
course.
nah, bro, this isn't
not
good.
it.
No,
See,
this
we
is
need
not
more
it yet.
people like
so,
that.
So yeah, I
That's gonna be
appreciate him just for being real. Shout out my homie Jawan and Jaden in Columbus, Ohio. My basement brothers when we built the studio.
Started in the basement.
Yeah, shout out anybody that's supported me. I appreciate you. Much love to all you guys for sure.